Plastic surgeons are well known now with social media and other things. Plastic surgery's had enough exposure over the years that they're actually real people and people are interested in their lives and what they do. And so we, even at Hey Doc, get multiple emails asking us, hey, do plastic surgeons actually have any hobbies? So here we go. Actually, yes, plastic surgeons do have a lot of hobbies. And actually, plastic surgeons are the most well-trained surgeons in the world. We're the most diverse surgical specialty. We're the real general surgeon because we operate all over the body. And so plastic surgeons have some really cool interests. And I'm going to tell you about a few of the ones I'm actually involved in, but also some that I have good friends that do that are interesting. So, okay, pets. Pets are always, it's a little bit of a spare hobby sometimes because it's common, but we all have pets and everybody loves their pet. You've heard about mine, my two cats, Elvis and Addie. They're Siberian cats. They are the coolest cats. They're Siberian. Siberians are actually hypoallergenic, so they don't have the antigen in their saliva. That's actually what people are allergic to. And they say, I'm allergic to cats, dogs. Well, cats, it's actually, they lick their fur all the time because they're so clean. And what happens is the allergen is in the saliva. So these Siberian cats don't have that allergen in their saliva. There's other pets too. My good friend Jason Posner, the famous Dr. Jason Posner, he is into exotic birds. I think he has like 14 different birds. He has some macaws, parrots. I think he has one called a kookaburra, which is also an exotic bird. But it's amazing, you know, we've had him on many of the different shows that you've seen maybe over the years. Some of them talk, so that's a pretty cool hobby. All right, so next hobby is guitar. I know a ton of plastic surgeons that play guitar. I actually play guitar too. I played when I was very young and then I gave it up for like 30 years. But I have lots of other friends that play guitar. In fact, you know, you might say, well, how good am I at guitar? Maybe I'm getting better. It's not how long you play guitar for, it's when's the last time you played guitar. So the more you do it, the better you get. But guitar is a great hobby. So next, DJing. DJing that's my hobby. My DJ name is DJ Slim Shady. I got into DJing about 15 years ago. I got into it. I'd been doing it, you know, kind of on the side. You'd be out or something and people wanted to dance or they wanted to hear music. And you know, some of these friends of mine, they're just like horrible at playing music. They don't know anything about music. Eventually, we just started having a party and I would DJ it. And then there was another party at our surgery center that I would DJ. I still DJ a party in Stockholm, Sweden. And this year it's going to be a full throttle party because last year they loved my spinning so much. They asked that we have an extended party this year. So DJs, we all deal with one common issue. And that issue is no matter where you DJ or what kind of DJ you are, you could be a country music DJ, you could be a diverse music DJ, which is kind of like what I do. Just you could do electronic music DJ. There's always somebody in the crowd that thinks they know more about music than you do. And that person, it's kind of like dealing with difficult patients. You just gotta, you can't, you know, you're there to kind of serve the crowd. And so you're kind of reading the crowd and that sort of thing. But there's some guy or girl that's like, oh, you gotta play this, you gotta play this song. And it's just so funny because there's always one. Every gig, there's always one that knows more than you do. Next one is car collecting. Actually, I have a number of plastic surgery friends that collect cars to different degrees. I actually have a good orthopedic friend actually too in Dallas here that collects some great high-end cars. One of my, I'm not gonna tell you this is per se, but he is a really world expert and very famous in plastic surgery, but he has had an incredible car collection. I went to visit him actually a long time ago. It's probably over 10 years ago. And I didn't even know this. And we went down to some garage, you know, he goes, oh, you know, that's my Porsche Roadster 1956. And I was like, oh, wow. And he goes, yeah, and I'll show you all my cars. And I mean, it was unbelievable. And he goes, look, let's go drive it. And so then we would see one car and it was a beautiful old Porsche. And he'd go, you drive it. I was like, you really want me to drive this car? We drive it around and then come back, go to the next car. So it was unbelievable. Next hobby, also pretty common amongst plastic surgeons, watches, high-end watches. It's crazy. I can't imagine. I'm not really into watches per se. I wear This is a Whoop. Some of these watches are unbelievably expensive. I can think of at least 5 or 6 plastic surgeons that do this. Some have hundreds of watches, and some, have 10 to 20 watches, but they all are super into it. I just didn't know. I don't know about wearing one of those things around. I could just see leaving it in the wrong place, and man, that would be a bummer. Next hobby is painting. Plastic surgeons, that kind of, all these guys, like, they think they're artistes, and they're like, I'm a painter. And I do know a lot of people that legitimately like to paint. And so there's some that, do it better than others, I would say. But again, not something I've really much got into. We kind of use our canvas as really the patient when we see patients, when we do every day. But painting is a hobby. And then, other people are sculpt and they do other things. But I haven't really got into that personally. Pilots. There are a ton of plastic surgeons who are registered licensed pilots, flying all sorts of different planes. A lot of people fly all over the country. I've had mentors of mine over the years that have been pilots. Again, not something I've done, but it's a very cool thing. Somebody has asked me the other day, this other hobby, skydiving. Absolutely. Plastic surgeons, I know several that skydive. It's funny because they'll say, I need to go do a jump, man. I got to get my fix. It's just this rush, I guess, you get when you skydive. Everything in plastic surgery is meticulous. It's about making this stitch in perfectly, and you got to fold your parachute perfectly, So I think plastic surgeons probably make good skydivers. It's just that, I don't know, man, it's a long way down. So I'm probably not going to take that hobby up. All right, well, there you have it. So, hey, look, plastic surgeons are normal people, and we have some hobbies. Not only do we have hobbies, but they're full throttle hobbies because we're full throttle people. So remember that, and we'll see you next time.